Hi, it's David here from Wargaming Old Guys, and we've got something different for you today. It is now reviewing of my Kings of War army, and we're going to start with some Ratkin Warriors. Okay, we're going to start looking at the Ratkin Warriors. Now here's the sprue for the Ratkin Warriors. I'll open that in a second. I bought mine as part of the Ratkin army. Let's bring that up there a bit. See, Ratkin army. You get a couple of units of warriors, regiments of warriors, a night terror, a swarm crier, and 2 regiments of nightmares. But we're looking at the Ratkin Warriors. So you actually get 2 of these. So for each unit, 'cause there's 10 models in each. So let's open up and have a look. Okay, so 2 sprues for 10 warriors. First thing that comes to mind, when it comes to seeing it, you can actually see there are enough bits for spear armed and hand weapons. So you've got lots of spears on here, lots of spears on here. You've also got a selection of hand weapons. Well, that's coming off, never mind. And then you have a leader whip there with the shield there, which I think there's an arm. Ah, there's the arm right there. So you can make up a special leader model that's identifiable. Not that it really matters, because we're going to be multi-basing these, so it's not essential that we identify the different models. Now, if we have a closer look, now on each sprue you get 10 warriors. Now each warrior can be armed, like I say, with spears or hand weapons. If you quick look at the detail, now there's a relatively decent amount of detail on these models. Notice they come in plastic, they're not resin or anything like this. Is hard plastic. So you can have a look on that and actually see there's relatively good detail on there. What I like about them is the fact that they haven't got a huge amount of detail on. I know some people rave about detailed models and how much better the models are when they're detailed. And it's like, yes, they are, but for massed rank and file troops, you don't want uber detail on these things. So I think they've actually done it quite nicely and actually have got a nice amount of detail on here. And like I say, with each sprue, each set of 10 men, you get some hand weapons and some spears, nice spiky spears, and hand weapons with random bits of metal on to make them different. You also get a plague pot. Now this is Kings of War specific. It's an item that gives you ensnare in close combat, or stealth shooting. It's a one-use only item, but it's well worth having taken during the game. Considering Ratkin Warriors aren't exactly that good. But as you can see, 2 of them come with 2 legs already attached, and 8 of them come with only 1 leg attached. Now, if you go on to the next sprue, this encompasses those 8 legs I told you about. So again, the same level of detail, which is good. I like that. It's quite easy to take them off the sprues and clean up all the contact areas. That's quite nice. It's quite easy, and they turn out quite nicely. The legs. Certain legs only go on certain bodies, but overall it's easy enough to work out. Now, for 10, I'll turn it this way, you can see it on the screen then. For 10 models, you get all those heads. There's 13 heads there. Yep, so they've got just as much detail, so bring that in slightly. They've got lots of detail on there, each. Lots of detail to paint. So if you want to paint them with lots of detail, you can do. I personally don't paint them with lots and lots of detail, but I'll show you some of the ones I've painted in a minute. Now, here we have the shields. Now, this is a downside to this set. It's the fact that you only can arm them with shields on the left hand. Now, the fact that you can arm the shields, that's not the point I'm getting at. The point I'm getting at is it's either spear or shields, or hand weapon and shields. If you want 2 sets of hand weapons, or even just an empty hand, you can't do it with this sprue. You have to buy upgrades. Now, the upgrades for this sprue consist of, you can have the scurriers. There's a scurrier upgrade sprue, or there's a shock trooper upgrade sprue. Obviously, the shock troopers are better in terms of close combat, but the scurriers are like a shooting unit with stealth and duelist thrown in there for good measure, like the assassins, I think. So, and there's some more spears there, which I think are, again, not too much detail, but just the right amount of detail for rank and file troops. Okay, so that is the Ratkin. They are the Ratkin Warriors. So these are my Ratkin Warriors. Nice, simple, easy to put together, nothing too strenuous, easy to clean up, easy to paint, and just overall, they're just great models. For the price you pay, for the detail they are, the way you can paint them up, they are brilliant. How I painted them, I did a base coat on the colours I wanted, so I've got some, I think most of mine were Vallejo colours, and there's a couple of Citadel paints in there, but most of them are Vallejo. So you've got lots of different browns and dark greens, and then there's I think it's Kislev flesh I used for the flesh, and then what I did, I washed it all with strong tone, and then once that dry, I left the metallics as is. It gave them a kind of a dark rusty look to them, and then I used the same colour as I used previously, and then just highlighted around the edge, so it provided a bit more definition to the crevices and the raised areas, and that is the outcome of it. I think it's quite good. It's quite quick, quite easy. So this gets a thumbs up from me. I really love them, and I will be continued to buy Mantic stuff, and I will be able to make a bigger army out of that. Some of the stuff I'm not too fussed about, but the majority of the models there, I really like the look of it, and I'm really excited to carry on. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and ding the bell, and you'll get all my future notifications.